Hello, this is Tom from Tom and Ruth Healthy Lifestyle. Today we're going to talk about some common symptoms of heart disease, include chest pains, things like that. Have you guys ever had that? We're going to talk about heart disease today and discomfort of heart disease. We sometimes don't really realize just simple things can really affect your life. Some common symptoms of heart disease include chest pain and discomfort, shortness of breath, fatigue, irregular heartbeat, and swelling of the legs and ankles. However, some individuals may experience more symptoms and some may have less symptoms. You should seek always your doctor's advice. Chest or pain or discomfort is one of the most common symptoms of heart disease. It can range from mild discomfort to pain. The pain may be felt in the center of the chest, of the right arm, or even the jaw, or even the upper back or your neck. Shortness of breath is another common symptom of heart disease. This occurs physical activity. People with heart disease may feel like they're not getting enough air. They may feel winded after a little period of time, very fatigued. People also may feel tired or weak after sleeping or resting. This is because the heart is not able to pump enough blood to the body needs. Irregular heartbeats or arrhythmia is another symptom of heart disease. This can include rapid heartbeat. It can include a slow heartbeat or a fluttering sensation in the chest. I know that's something that you always have to be aware of, and always be aware of what goes in your body comes out of your body, meaning if you're getting good fruits, vegetables, good foods, it can really make a difference in your diet. If you have a large symptom of heart disease by buildup of fluid in legs and feet can be a sign of heart failure. Other symptoms of heart disease include nausea, dizziness, and fainting. People with heart disease may also experience cold sweats, paleness, and feeling of impending doom. It's important to note that all individuals with experience of these symptoms, and some are not, maybe need to see the doctor immediately. Maintain regular checkups and screenings, of course. I think a lot of times you have angina is the type of chest pain occurs when the heart muscle doesn't get enough oxygen. It feels like something squeezing or pressuring the chest. I think all of us may have some type of symptoms of something, and it's not getting enough exercise, not walking. A gym is really kind of a good thing, or even swimming. Swimming is a really good thing that you can actually do to gain your energy and things like that. If you have somewhere that you can go, now I'm in the Philippines. There's many resorts you can go to swim and things like that. Just find you one that is uh, local that you can go to and get in a few hours of swimming a day or week. Once a week is good if you could do that. Ours are we have one close here, but it's very small. It does have a couple swimming pools though, so it might be an opportunity for me to take a look at and maybe do a little bit more swimming than I do. This condition they call aortic stenosis, aortic stenosis. This condition with aortic valve, which controls the blood flow from the heart, becomes narrowed. My friend had that. I think with him, they went in and uh, said they inserted a balloon or a device in and expanded it enough to open it up enough that he can actually get a regular blood flow. And he was in and out of the hospital in 3 days. Men are generally higher risk of heart disease than women, although women risk increases after menopause. And if your family has a history of your parents or your siblings or other relatives heart disease, you're increased risk also. High blood pressure, really uh, extra strain on your heart and blood vessels, which can lead to heart disease. High cholesterol, high levels of LDL, bad cholesterol can clog your blood vessels. Of course, diabetes, smoking is not good. Lack of physical activity is the main thing too. Also, weight gain, heart disease. Poor diet, a diet saturated in trans fats, cholesterol, salt, added sugars can increase your risk of heart disease. Getting the proper foods is really important. I was aware of it and I did it and everything was fine. but I think a lot of times you really have to take a look at your foods and your intake of foods. Eating healthy is something that you really should do. And I always try to eat healthier than I do. You just have to really watch what you do and watch what you eat, and sometimes it can help you a lot. I know Ruth and I always try to make a positive uh, meal. In other words, always try to have vegetables and fruits. We have our oatmeal in the morning. We have try to have something decent at lunch. We really tried to do the fasting, but her and I both we can do it if we get up at 10 in the morning and we can do the fasting because we're struggling at when we get up at 7 or so or 6, we're ready to eat something. We're hungry, really hungry. So if we say eat dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, at 6 in the morning, we're ready to eat again 12 hours later, 14 hours later. And I guess it's a sort of fasting. I think they want you to do at least 16 or 18 hours. But for her and I, it's really important that we try to do it, and we tried to do it, and we don't have the umph to do it. I require a little bit more. And of course, my thing is here, I got to have this, my coffee, to try to fast. Fasting, they say, is a good way to cleanse your body out of all impurities that you have. And I know that it's something that we have done, but we found ourselves really just hungry. So what we started doing, we said, okay, well, we'll just eat a fruit or something like a banana, a couple of bananas, or an orange, or something like that, and see if we can last a little longer. But really, after we have that, hour later, we're ready to eat. So we've done it just multiple different ways, but we realized that we just can't do it. So what we're trying to do, but it's really hard to do, is eat earlier in the day. But we wait for our to eat. We wait till she gets home. Sometimes she varies getting home at 7 at night, 7:30 at night, 7:45 at night. There's been times where she's been at 7:15 at night and left that morning at 6 in the morning for school. School's out at 5 here, but getting home from point A to point B, if it's raining or she struggles to get through that, or car problems, or because she's not the only one who rides it and they drop people off. So sometimes if they have to go around a certain way, this, that, and other, it can take an extra 10, 15 minutes. So she arrives home at anywhere from 6:30 to 7:15 or later, and we eat at that time. And that's not a good time to eat dinner because in 2 hours you're going to bed. And I'm a firm believer that we used to eat at 5:30 because she was at public school and they're out earlier, and she's home. So it made it easier for her to come home, and we just eat at 5:30 and have it, and then be okay because we have 4 or 5 hours for everything to digest and things like that before we go to bed. And never eat past the 6. When you start eating past the 7, I think that's where the problems come in. I know that it has for us, and I've noticed that it causes me to have I feel differently. I don't feel as energetic and hyper, and it just I'm going to bed in 2 hours from the time I eat. It's ridiculous. Or 3 hours. It's ridiculous. So that's what I think. That's just all my point. I'm no doctor, and I don't claim to be. I just give people a little advice. I want to thank everybody for always watching my videos, and thank you so much for coming on. God bless everybody, and thank you. This is Tom and Ruth, Healthy Lifestyle.